To install Linux on a laptop, you can follow these general steps. Choose a Linux distribution. There are various Linux distributions available, such as Ubuntu, Fedora, or Linux Mint. Research different distributions to find the one that best suits your needs. Create a bootable USB drive. Download the ISO file of the Linux distribution you have chosen and create a bootable USB drive. You can use tools like Rufus for Windows, or Etcher for Windows, Mac OS, or Linux to create the bootable USB drive. Back up your data. Before proceeding with the installation, it's a good idea to back up any important data on your laptop. While the installation process typically preserves your files, it's always better to be safe. Boot from the USB drive. Insert the bootable USB drive into your laptop and restart it. Access the BIOS or UEFI settings by pressing a specific key, such as F2 or Del, during the boot process. Change the boot order to prioritize the USB drive so that the system boots from it. Start the installation. Once your laptop boots from the USB drive, you'll see the Linux distribution's installation interface. Follow the on-screen instructions to start the installation process. You may be prompted to choose your language, keyboard layout, time zone, and other preferences. Partitioning the disk. During the installation, you'll need to choose how to partition your hard drive. If you're new to Linux, you can select the option to install Linux alongside your existing operating system. Alternatively, you can choose to erase the disk and install Linux as the sole operating system. Be cautious as this will delete all existing data on the disk. Configure the installation. You'll be asked to create a username and password for your Linux user account. Provide the necessary information and proceed with the installation. Complete the installation. The installation process will copy the necessary files and configure your system. Once it's finished, you'll be prompted to restart your laptop. Remove the USB drive. After restarting, make sure to remove the USB drive to boot into the newly installed Linux system. Set up your Linux system. Upon booting into Linux, follow any initial setup prompts, such as configuring Wi-Fi, installing updates, or customizing the desktop environment. These steps provide a general outline for installing Linux on a laptop. The specifics may vary slightly depending on the distribution you choose. It's always a good idea to consult the documentation or user guide provided by the Linux distribution for more detailed instructions.